Hey everyone, welcome to the second week of October 2024, Railfan updates and announcements. As usual, we start in the New England region as the Wiscasset, Waterville, and Farmington Railway was test fitting the lead truck frame of what will be the newly built Locomotive number 11 recently. The 470 Railroad Club acquired a GP18 diesel locomotive number 904 as a donation from the Mass Bay Transportation Authority or MBATA. The group is partnering with the New Hampshire North Coast Railroad to attempt to make this locomotive operational. Also, shout out to CSX for donating the move. The excitement continues to build up as New Jersey Transit has unveiled their Conrail Heritage Unit number 4208. There are two cabooses that are in danger of being scrapped by the Staten Island Operating Transit Authority, but there's still time to save them. Any tourist railroad museum, or historical society interested, reach out to Joseph Batts on Facebook for more details. Another update from the Colebrookdale Railroad as the restoration has begun on former Wheeling and Lake Erie car named Huron. And of course, donations are needed to bring this car back to life. Coming Saturday, November 16th, 2024, the Perryville Railroad Museum will sponsor its first train show at the MARC station in Perryville, Maryland. This train station sits right along the busy Northeast Corridor, and the train show will go from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. In the Delmarva Peninsula, Carload Express plans to take over the Maryland and Delaware Shortline Railroad, specifically acquiring the Snow Hill Line and operating on various state-owned tracks. The link to this Railfan and Railroad magazine article will be placed in the description box down below for you all to learn more. Earlier this week, Norfolk and Western Locomotive number 6 received a new antique bell from Alexandria, Virginia, and you could see this engine on display at the Virginia Museum of Transportation in Roanoke. Way further in the southeastern part of the United States, the Southern Forest Heritage Museum in Longleaf, Louisiana will have its 4th annual Longleaf Steam Up and Fall Festival next weekend, October 18th and 19th. And this museum is about a 2-hour drive west of Baton Rouge. This announcement was a little special to me because I was informed by Railroad Preserver 2000 on YouTube that this former Atlantic Coastline baggage car number 543 was in danger of being scrapped in Willits, California. So we had to act fast as I shared about it in the Ahead of the Torch Facebook group. Not too long after that, the Florida Adventures and Railroading group reached out to the owner at the time about acquiring it. Then the car was immediately donated to the group. So it really goes to show you how you folks are making a positive difference in rail preservation with even spreading the word. Now, the Florida Adventures and Railroading needs your help to cover the cost to transport this car to its new home. $50,000 is needed to cover the cost, and at the time I made this video, $625 has been raised. More things are being checked off on the list for the Reading 2100 or American Freedom Train number 250 project, including oil pan interior welding completed, throttle valves lapped, fire brick delivered, and more. With your continued support, it is possible that 2100 will have a fire lit in its firebox this year. We have another update at the Toledo, Lake Erie, and Western Railroad as the main track has been restored and the crossing at Grand Rapids Road. And now for the biggest news in rail preservation this week, as the Fort Wayne Railroad Historical Society has acquired New York Central 482 Mohawk number 3001 and will restore it to operation. The society has even acquired an auxiliary tender for the locomotive as well. The plan has already been set for this locomotive as it will be used on the Indiana Rail Experience on the Indiana Northeastern Railroad and even have 7 New York Central passenger cars to complement the locomotive, which are already under restoration after the Fort Wayne Group acquired them last year. Folks are already donating to this locomotive, and a $100,000 challenge grant has been issued with the first fundraising goal of $500,000 by May 3rd of next year, 2025. As of Friday, October 11th, $113,644 has been raised for the 3001. And in return, the National New York Central Museum will receive a $20,000 donation to create a strategic plan for the future of the museum itself. Over in California, there is an opportunity to save a Caltrain F40PH diesel locomotive and preserve it at the Southern California Railway Museum in Campo, California. There is a time limit to save it though, because at the time I made this video, there were only 82 days left to raise $50,000 to save and transport the locomotive. The final Bay Area Rapid Transit Legacy car number 329 joined its two siblings at the Western Railway Museum in Suisun City, California. We have another update on SP Steam Locomotive number 1744, as there was recently progress on the driving boxes for the locomotive. Earlier this week, at the Oregon Rail Heritage Center, Polson Logging Company number 2 performed some test runs, and it has been confirmed that this locomotive will power this year's Holiday Express trains. More fresh paint has been applied on the historic Via Rail train set for it to be prepared for a 50th anniversary of Via Special sometime in the future. Last but not least, Alberta Railway Museum's former Canadian National Dash 8 locomotive received some fresh reflective tape at the time I made this video. Well, that sure was a lot of great news for this week. Thank you all so much for joining me. And of course, don't forget to click on the links below in the description to learn more, buy your tickets, or donate. And to stay up to date on more exciting Railfan updates and announcements, click on the subscribe button and select the receive all notifications option after clicking the bell icon. And I will leave a playlist of the Railfan updates and announcements videos on the left, as well as another video on the right. And to help this YouTube channel support more rail preservation projects across the United States, click the like button and comment your support down below. That is all for this week. This is Transcontinental Railfan, out.